Hello, welcome to Sabrina's Diary. I am Sabrina and today we are going to do chapter 3 from the Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. Yes, this is the book, and since if you have watched my last video, you have seen already that I have summarized chapter 2, and that's why today we are going to dive right into chapter 3. Now that Lucy failed to make everyone believe that Narnia is a real place, and the second thing we came to know is that the fawn is not so bad as we thought, because even though and let Lucy go unharmed proves that the fawn is actually a good creature. So now that Lucy is really upset and she cannot make anybody believe her, and everyone is actually confused because Lucy is not the kind of child who makes up stuff like this. So they thought that okay, let's just play a game and keep our mind out of these things. Okay, so they decided to play hide and seek, which was convenient because the house was so big, and while hiding, Lucy decided to go to that room in which the wardrobe existed, and she opened the wardrobe, and deep inside she actually started believing that maybe she imagined the whole thing because she couldn't prove it later. So when the second time when she opened the wardrobe and entered again through the fur coats, she could feel the fur coats again, and she was thinking maybe she's going to find the solid end of the wardrobe, but that didn't happen. And again she found out that Narnia does exist, and she went out into the woods. And right when she was going to do that, Edmund, which was the naughtier brother who always keeps teasing Lucy, saw Lucy going into the wardrobe, and he thought, what, let me go behind her and tease her a little bit more. So he went right behind her into the wardrobe, and voila, he does not find Lucy, but he does find Narnia. And he felt really guilty, he felt really bad, and he started calling out for Lucy. Lucy, I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were telling the truth, and now I believe you. So please forgive me, please come out, where are you? So he thought that Lucy, is just angry at him, and that's why she's not replying to him. So after calling Lucy a couple of times and Lucy was not replying to him, he actually could hear some bells. And he looked around. There were two very big reindeers which were really white as snow, and behind it there was an even bigger carriage, and on it was a very, very beautiful carriage, and on it was sitting a very beautiful woman who was the White Witch. Don't be fooled by her beauty or her glow, because she is actually evil, and she meets Edmund. And here's this interesting part. I'm actually going to read out how the conversation went down between Edmund and the White Witch, because that's the end of chapter 3. So I'm going to read this part of the introduction because I really found it interesting, and I'm going to read it because it's really short and it's also the end of chapter 3. So let's just read it and find out what happened. Okay, so here, the sledge was a fine sight as it came sweeping towards Edmund, with the bells jingling and the dwarf cracking with his whip and the snow flying up on each side of it. Stop, said the lady. The dwarf pulled the reindeer up so sharply that almost sat down. Then they recovered themselves and stood camping their bits and blowing. In the frosty air, the breath coming out of their nostrils looked like smoke, because there is so much winter, so whenever they breathe or they talk, smoke comes out of their mouth. Actually, it looks like smoke. You will see in winter, even in Bangladesh, this actually happens. And what, pray, are you? Said the lady, looking hard at Edmund. My name's Edmund, said Edmund, rather awkwardly. He did not like the way, the White Witch looked at him. The lady frowned. Okay, she was not very happy. Is that how you address a queen? Oh, so now she is giving her own introduction. She is the queen. Is that how you address a queen? She asked, looking sterner than ever. Right now she's looking more sterner into him and asking him. So she was expecting more respect. I beg your pardon, your majesty. I didn't know, said Edmund. Not know the Queen of Narnia? Cried she. Ha! You shall know us better hereafter. But I repeat, what are you? So now the queen is trying to understand what kind of a creature is this, because the queen never came across a human before. Over there in Narnia, it's always filled with mythical creatures. And so the queen couldn't understand, what creature is this? Please, your majesty, said Edmund. I don't know what you mean. I am at school. At least I was. It's the holidays now. And there ends chapter 3. So I hope you really enjoyed the chapters, and if you read it at home, you're going to actually enjoy it even more, because I'm giving you a small little summary on the whole thing so that you can have a better grasp on what's happening in the stories. Alright, I'll see you soon. Signing off from Sabrina's Diary. I am Sabrina. Love you so much. Thank you for watching.